Bashim Yashai, Bashim Karkodash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers pushing this work in all sincerity and in all truth. I'm the brother Yahya from James Kingston, Jamaica camp, here once again with a quick listen. And time and time again over the years, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone has referred to Esau of that as that man of sin, right? That the wicked that the Bible speaks about in the book of Malachi chapter 1. And if you never know like the amount of wickedness this man do within the earth, right? You can see it within your day-to-day. You can see evidence of it in your day-to-day. Just read and pull up your favorite news medium and you see evidence of this white man, so-called white man, as he's the one that is in rulership of the earth right now. You can see evidence of his wickedness, right? I was just pulling up one of my source of news, right, the Gleaner, and this article popped out at me saying that the FDA limits toxic lead in some baby foods, right? So it comes to my mind and I'm saying, what? Limiting lead in food, baby food, right? Which implies that there has been a high percentage of lead in baby food from the get-go, right? Now, I know that the FDA makes certain allowance for certain materials or chemicals in foods, right? But when I'm saying lead, how lead reach into baby foods, right? Now that him have to limit it. Now, if you know and do the research on lead and the implications that it can have on a developing mind, you can know that it's very detrimental. And this is what the so-called white man put forth in the earth, man. This is how the scripture tells say, yo, the hands of the wicked is in the earth. And these are some of the evidence that he is the wicked that the Bible speaks about. You have lead in baby food and now you're coming out saying you have to limit lead in baby food. You see me? This is the madman, the beast man. You see me? The white man. These are evidence of his wickedness in the earth, man. And that is how you know that the scriptures speak true and that it is referring to the so-called white man. You understand? I could just get some precept and then jump into the article. Right? First, we are jump to the book of Job. Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says what? It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the question is being posed, man, and how you know who him is. You know based upon the evidence that is being handed out in the earth. You know based upon who is in control of certain things. Who are the main rulers of certain organizations, man. You see me? That is the so-called white man. You see me? All of them answers to them questions are the so-called white man. Him are the one who are rule certain major organizations, the FDA, the WEF, the NATO, the United Nations. All of them organizations is governed are headed by the so-called white man, you, right? Scripture in the book of Malachi. Book of Malachi, so Malachi 1 verse 4. It says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, they shall call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. Right? The border of wickedness, meaning that wherever Esau dwells, there lieth wickedness, man. And him are the one who are rule the earth right now, and that is why wickedness is so heavily placed on the earth right now, man. You see me? Scripture says folly is set in great dignity. So folly is set in great dignity while this so-called white man rule, man. Anyway, upon the earth right now, that him have a great level of control over, which he does has a great level of control over everything, there dwelleth wickedness. Him are the one who are pump lead in a baby formulas. Him allow it. You see me? It can be reduced. But him allow lead for in a baby formulas. For what? Capitalism, because him want for percent of a percentage of how much money get make. Now him a come out like say he's so righteous, like, oh well, them a try for, you know, make it more beneficial, but fucking lead there, and I think it still affect the babies them, it still affect and the mental development of a child. Right? Let's get to the article. Says what? So this article is from the Gleaner, right, as I've stated before, titled FDA limits toxic lead in some baby foods, dated January 6, 2025, right? Saying what? The US Food and Drug Administration on Monday set maximum levels for lead in baby foods like jarred fruits and vegetables, yogurts, and dry cereal, part of an effort to cut young kids' exposure to the toxic metal that causes development in neurological problems. Now, if you're in any way, shape, or form health conscious, you would know that there is a certain level of preservative that the body can process, right? Now, over time, if you're constantly feeding a child upon preservative foods or foods that has preservative in it, the amount of preservative that is going to be in the body is going to reach toxic levels, right? So therefore, you're not supposed to be eating these things in the first place, right? So him come now and I say lady night. Well, he pretty much when you sign up for trusting in these things with so-called white man put out on the market, you sign up yourself to getting fucked, for lack of a better term, man. You sign up yourself for getting diseases, for getting neurological implications, for getting children developing autism and all them madness to me. You see me? And this is what the so-called white man does. You see me? Him get up in him bed, right, a morning, and him plan out how to basically pollute the society. You see me? If it reduce the health, impact the mind and the mentality of individuals within society, so that he may be able to gain a greater control over people. People become more docile, and then therefore him have greater control. People can't really think straight anymore. You see me? There's a study which shows say the attention span of individuals within society currently has been greatly reduced as to in comparison to what it used to be in the past. In the past, you used to have people doing speeches for 5 hours, and the people could have followed suit and hold to the train of thought that is being spoken. But nowadays, people can barely hang on to just 5 seconds of a speech. The mind gone. Them can't focus. That is due to these things that the so-called white man are push out in the earth, man. You see me? Reading on in the article. It says the agency issued final guidance that it estimated could reduce lead exposure from processed baby foods by about 20 to 30%. The limits are voluntary, not mandatory, for food manufacturers, but they allow the FDA to take enforcement action if foods exceed the levels. It's part of the FDA's ongoing effort to reduce dietary exposure to contaminants, including lead, in foods to as low as possible over time. While maintaining access to nutritious foods, the agency said in a statement, man, nothing that so-called white man create and have on shelf is nutritious. You see me? It's cancer causing, it's neurologically impacting, it's mentally declining. All of these things, man, that the so-called food is still death and destruction. You see me? It not do nothing good, right? When you go to the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10, it says what? Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds, when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand to do so. Right? That is the oppressor, the so-called white man. Him wake up in him bed and him think about how to screw you over. Right? Him not go in bed and him can't sleep, else him come up with new ways. Right? For destroy you, man. That is in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 4. Proverbs 4 I start at verse 14. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Right? Him sleep taken away from him, and else him cause some for fall. Anytime him realize that certain things go boom in terms of profitability, right? And it still have a negative impact on society, but people still gravitate towards it. Him basically rejoice. That give him a hard on, man. You see me? Him getting glad, him happy. Right? That is the so-called white man for you, man. And you're telling me, say, these are the people who you have like men like Vocab Malone, right? And these Christians within these theological college and these churches want to save. These are the people them want to save, that them want the Heavenly Father to have mercy upon the people them who put the niggers, Latinos, and Native American into slavery, right? And hardcore atrocities, and even after the time of hardcore slavery passed, them still do devise ways to make you fall, ways for cause you for decline in health and mental state. Them are the people you want to save, man. Come on, get real, yo. Right? Back to the article. It says, consumer advocates who have long sought limits on lead in children, so them know about this from long time, right? In children's foods, welcome the guidance first proposed 2 years ago, but said it didn't go far enough. FDA actions today are a step forward and will help protect children, said Thomas Gilligan. It not help protect shit, because the lead is still in the food, and as it says, it's not mandatory but a guideline, right? A scientist with the Center for Science in the Public Interest, right? There's a part that I want to get to, so just bear with me while I read on. It said, however, the agency took too long to act and ignored important public input that could have strengthened these standards. Going down. It says the new limits on lead for children younger than 2 don't cover grain-based snacks like puffs and teething biscuits, which some research has shown contain higher levels of lead, and they don't limit other metals such as cadmium that have been detected in baby foods. Brian Runhall, director of food policy for Consumer Reports, called the limits virtually meaningless because they are based more on industry feasibility and not on what would best protect public health. So this man a call out the fucker. You see me? Not what them do now go best protect public health. You see me? It now go basically change the price of bread, as Jamaicans like to say, yo. You see me? It now go change nothing, because these type of foods in this economy where both parents are working, right, to maintain a household. You see me? Them have to basically buy some of them something. Yeah. So pretty much the child is being heavily fed with these things that is going to basically impact the neurological growth of the child. You see? So you're screwed whichever way, man. Scripture says, except the earth, the days be short, there shall no flesh left to be saved. And these are the things we talk about, because the so-called white man do so much evil in the earth, man. You see me? That the decline of individuals is so high that even the birth rate is being affected right now. If this man don't get removed out of the earth, man, you see me? It basically going to lead a very unhealthy and miserable life, disease-riddled life, right? It says a spokesperson for baby food maker Gerber said the company's products meet the limits. There is no safe level. There is no. Read this again, because people believe say lead is a joke thing, right? Just do the maths, bro. Just do the maths. If you put, for argument's sake, right? Let's say we are working quantity, right? And you put, let's say, a unit. Call it, just for argument's sake, call it like 100 milligram. I don't know how much 100 milligram is essentially, right? But let's say 100 milligram is levels where it cause the shutdown of the body. You know, let's work with the analogy. And you put 1 milligram, right? 1 milligram in a one, call it 5 milligram in a one baby formula, right? Or one of the Gerber products them, or whatever it is, right? You put 1 in there. You see me? Over a period of time, after feeding that child that 5 milligram Gerber product, you see me? Almost every day or every other day, or however the frequency you feed the child, you don't think so the level are going to reach 100. Just think about it. You see me? Now, the percentage wise why they might put this in these formulas and the frequency that is being fed to them Probably not all that, right, evidently impactful where you can see the effects immediately, but it surely is impactful. So that's what the article has said, man. It has said, yo, there is no safe level of lead exposure for children. There is no safe level. Once it in it will cause impacts, right? The article continues and said, according to the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the metal causes well-documented health effects. So there's documents out there that well document the health effects of these metals, man. So including brain and nervous system damage, right? That's why you have children that suffer from attention deficit disorder and them something there. You see me? A lot of mental disorder coupled with the social media technologies that is being pushed forward, man. A lot of mental disorder is out there upon the children them nowadays. It says what? Including brain and nervous system damage and slowed growth and development. It says, however, lead occurs naturally in some foods and comes from pollutants in air, water, and soil, which can make it impossible to eliminate entirely, right? But nevertheless, they might use that as an excuse to say, yo, we cannot really reduce the lead in the food that we are producing, so therefore there has to be some acceptable amount of lead in the food. Fuckery. Is them why you not promote say them use natural products and feed them children, man? Why you don't have guidelines of the type of natural produce them can use? Is it me? No, but even if people try to use natural produce, you come forward with the GMO shit, and then that's how you push upon them and you still catch people in your fuckery, man. Is it me? These things are upsetting, man, because you have individuals out there who say them smart, who say them go big university and have college degrees, who justify them shit here, yo. Is it me? Who come up with some weird explanations when the evidence is in the pudding, the proof is in the pudding, that these things are impacting the growth, the nervous system, and the neurological development of children, man. Is it me? And that is some of the programming where the so-called white man put on these people for them justify these shit, man. Is it me? Back in that precept. This is the book of Psalms. Now I get Psalms chapter 10. It says Psalms 10 says, why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? We not trouble. We not trouble, man. Right now the Lord have to come save we from these things, yo. Because if, as I quote the scripture before, as it may except the days be shortened, there shall no flesh left to be saved, man. To the so-called white man go with him wickedness on the earth. You're going to have your child, and your child will start have mental disorders. You see me? Your child now be able to hold two thoughts together to express even a sentence properly. To the so-called white man operating at the earth, man. It says what? It says, the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasted of his heart desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorred. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God, but God is not in all his thoughts. There is no justice in this man's mindset, yo. There is nothing what him do. You see me? Is for your good. When him come out and he must say X in terms of it being a benefit for you, just know say no benefit in the and in the underlining and in the grand scheme of things, man. You see me? That is the so-called white man. That is how him operate. Him come out and say one thing, you see me? And then when you're looking at it, a fuckery. Blatant fuckery, bro. You see me? In this article, he must say, yo, we need to reduce lead by 20 to 30%, right? But then I say, yo, it's not mandatory, but it's advisable, right? And even though it's advisable, it permits them to basically go forth and do certain actions against these companies that is basically have high level of lead in a food. You see me? You hear the fuckery in that? You see me? The research don't show you, people don't show you, experts don't come out and tell us that there's no acceptable amount of lead in foods. But here is the FDA. I say, oh, there is acceptable. It's just blatant fuckery, man. And people see it. And people just, go along to get along. You know? Verse 5 says, his ways are always grievous. The so-called white man ways are always grievous, men. It says thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As far as all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Right? Can get one of say Psalms 60 at 65 or 64. Right? Psalm 64. I start at verse 5, just read on to the point. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is wicked. Right? The inward thought of every one of them and the heart is wicked. That is the so-called white man. The so-called white man, from him come out of the womb, right? Him wicked. That seed of evil is sown in him, man. And him grew up with that, and him basically blossom in a greater level of wickedness, man. You see me? That are the so-called white man fear. And him justify bullshit. You see me? Him justify bullshit. Him are the one who come and tell you, say, natural nutritious food is toxic. But these food that is GMO, right? And that have lead in it, and all of these other contaminants is not toxic for you. That is what the so-called white man brain them in. In brain they enough to put in at the ground. Especially the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the true biblical Israelites. Him now basically ease up in oppression of these people till you people be destroyed, So you are the people who needs to be more vigilant of the actions of the so-called white man and don't trust him, man. Scripture said, never trust thine enemy, Never trust the so-called white man, because these are some of the things him put forth in the earth to destroy you. Right? So with that, hope that this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. I want to say Kalalal Yahweh, wa Hashem Yahushai, wa Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers pushing this work in our sincerity and in our truth. Shalom.